Hey everyone, in today's video we will see how we can install and use the Google Antigravity. Here you can see that we can download it for different operating systems, and down there you can see the minimum requirements in order to install this tool. So today I'm going to install it in my Windows system, and for Windows the minimum requirement is it should be Windows 10 or higher, and the operating system should be 64-bit. So to download it, you can simply click on this download button. It will automatically start the download here. To install this tool, simply click on this exe file. It will open the installer for you. Here you have to accept the agreement and click on next. Here you have to choose the location where you want to install this tool. I'm going to install it in the default location. So if you want to change the folder, simply click on this browse button, and here you can choose your desired location. After selecting the location, make sure you have at least 702 MBs of free disk space in your system. After that, click on next. Here this setup will also create the program shortcut, and it will place those program shortcut in the start menu folder, and here is the name for the folder. So again, if you want to change the location for this folder, you have to click on this browse icon and you have to choose your desired location here. So after selecting the location, click on next, and simply again click on next. Click on install. Now it will take few seconds to install this tool. So after the installation, you have to click on finish. It will launch the anti-gravity for you. Here click on allow. Here we have to do some initial settings in order to use this tool. Simply click on next. First we have to choose the setup flow. Either we want a fresh start or we want to import the settings from another IDE. We can import the settings from the VS Code editor or from the cursor code editor. So in my case, I want a fresh start, so simply click on start fresh. Here you can choose the theme for your editor. I'm okay with the dark theme. So after selecting your theme, click on next. Here we have to select how we want to use this anti-gravity agent. Here we have 4 different options. In the first one, the agent will take control of all the development. In the second option, the agent will assist us to do the development, and it is also the recommended one. In the third one, the agent will review the development and help us to improve the development. In the fourth option, we can customize our AI agent, and here in these settings we have to set the amount of control we are allowing the AI agent in order to do the development, debugging and testing. The first one is the terminal execution policy. Here we have 3 different options. In the auto mode, the agent will have the access to our terminal and it will run the commands required to do the development, and it will also ask for our permission where it feels it's necessary. And in the turbo mode, the agent will do everything automatically and it will never ask for our permission. And similarly goes for the review policy and the JavaScript execution policy. So use the default settings and click on next. Here we have to configure the editor. The first one is the key binding. So select the normal, and here in the extensions, it will install the popular language extensions automatically. So if you don't want to install all the language extensions, you can simply click on configure and you can select or deselect the languages you want. After doing this, simply click on next. Here we have to sign in to our Google account in order to use this tool. If you don't have a Google account, so first you have to make a Google account. So in order to sign in, simply click on this button. It will open the Gmail for you. Here you have to select your account which you want to use for the login, and here you have to put your password. Now click on sign in, click on cancel and close this browser. Here it is setting up our account. Here we have to select yes, I agree with the Google policies and click on next. Now the anti-gravity code editor is open. Now we will explore all of its features one by one. So first I'm going to open the Explorer, and here I have opened my folder and I'm going to test it on my Python file. Now we are going to test its first feature, the tab code completion. For example, I want to create a calculator app. For this, I'm going to create a class for the calculator. And here you can see that it is auto completing the code. So if you want to take this code, you have to simply press the tab key. So it will auto complete the code for you. Next, we are going to test its AI agent. Here under the agent, you can see the YouTube, which is my working directory. So this AI agent is already aware of my working directory. Here you can see that right now I am in my YouTube working directory. Now in order to interact with this agent, you have to pass simple prompts inside this block. And here you can choose the different language models from this list. And here you can choose the different conversation mode. In the planning mode, the agent will plan before executing the tasks, and it will be a little bit slower, but it is recommended if you are solving the complex tasks. And in the fast mode, the agent will execute the tasks directly without planning, so it will be faster, and it is recommended in case if you are solving the simpler tasks. And here you can add some context in form of images, in form of different files, directories, rules, conversations, and terminals. And here you can also add reference from your workflows. Now I will use this agent to complete this calculator class, and I want to add the subtract, multiply, and the division function inside this class. So I will tell my agent complete the calculator class, add the subtract, multiply, and the divide function inside the class. I am using the Gemini 3 Pro language model, and the conversation mode is in planning mode. Now I have to add this test.py file as a context, so click on this plus button, click on mentions, click on files. Now choose your file here, which is test.py. So adding the context will help the AI agent to work more faster and efficiently. So in this way, instead of going through all of the workspace, it will just focus or work on the specific file on a specific part. Now in order to send this command to the agent, press enter or click on this send button. Now the agent is processing this command, and now it is thinking about this command, how to proceed with the task. Now it is analyzing the test.py file, and here you can see that it has added the subtract, multiply, and the divide function inside this calculator class. And here now it is debugging this code. Now in order to test these changes, it is running the command in my terminal in order to test the code in the test.py file. Is it working fine? Now it is asking for my permission in order to run this command. So I will click on accept. Now here it is generating the result from this calculator class. Now after completing this test, the agent is now sure that this code is fine. Now I will click on accept to accept this code in my calculator class. Now you can also review the changes that is already done inside this test.py file in the calculator class in order to do the more improvement in the generated response by giving feedback to the agent. For this, you have to simply click on this review changes. Here you can see all the review changes, and here you can see this blue icon. You can add the comment where you want to do the improvement or the change. For example, in the divide part, I will say that here instead of B variable, use for example C variable. Now I will add the comment here. Now if you want to do more changes on the other parts, you can also add comments in the other parts. For example, in the subtract, I will also say that replace B with F variable. Now I will click on add comment. Now in order to submit this feedback, you have to click on submit here. Now it is processing our feedback. Now it is asking for the permission to run this command inside our terminal, so I will say accept. Now here it is generating the answer. The code is working fine. Now it is generating the changes. Here for example, now if I go back in my test.py file, here it is asking to accept the changes. So I will accept both of these changes, and here you can see that in the subtract part it has changed the variable B with the F, and in the divide part it will have changed the variable B with the C. And the last part of this tool is you can create multiple agents at the same time for different workspaces in order to do different tasks. And the best part is you can track the activity and control all the agents in just one place called the agent manager. And to open this agent manager, you have to click here open agent manager, and here you can see that we have different sections. In inbox, it will notify you about the activity of your AI agents, for example whenever they complete some task. And in start conversation, you can start the conversation with your agent, and here in the list you can choose your workspace or the playground. And here in the workspace you can see the list of all your workspaces, and you can create multiple agents for different tasks. For example, in my YouTube workspace right now I have 3 different agents, so I can give this agent to do some task in some file, and I can tell some different activity to this agent to complete this thing. And in the playground you can see the list of the agents that are currently working on some tasks. This is all about anti-gravity. If you want to learn more about AI, robotics and software development, you can subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the updates of the new uploads. See you next time. Bye bye.